Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Krishna Gopal. In the last video we have discussed about the list and almost we have already completed about the list and some common function that are the built-in function, that's like the GIF function, enumerate function. That's all we discussed in the last video. In today's video we are going to discuss the most important and the most powerful data structure in the Python, that is a dictionary. And dictionary is going to be used in many kind of a data analysis to convert your raw data into the structure format of a data in the real world. We mostly use the dictionary. I personally use dictionary in most of my important tasks, like I have to be convert sometime the raw data into the structure format to perform that further analysis about that data frame. So there I learned like about the dictionary is very important part of the Python. So in today's video we are going to discuss about the dictionary from the starting. So let's start this video by introducing what is a dictionary and how we define dictionary. For defining the dictionary, let's jump to my Python notebook and there we'll learn about some operation regarding the dictionary. This is the seventh part of our video. If you not watched the last parts, please go and watch that parts where we are discussing the Python for data analysis by the O'Reilly book. We are on the chapter 3 and we are trying to cover this book as much as possible by posting the video. Then let's start the video. So if I go to this is my Python notebook. We were discussing the data structures of a Python. We already covered the tuple and list. This is the third data structure we are going to start today. So dictionary. So dictionary is one of the most powerful data structure. So what is a dictionary? Let's see how we can define the dictionary. So defining the dictionary, you can define the dictionary in two ways. Either you can just here you can write here the dict, and this is the empty dictionary, and you can set into the new variable name here. So what is my dict? If you print here you can see, so this is the dictionary. And another way how you can define the dictionary, we need two things. One is a key and another is a value. So what are the keys and value? We learn about it in the further of this video, but just assume we need one key and value. So value can be any kind of a data type. It can be a list, it can be a string, anything it can be. It can be a simple integer as well. So this is the another way we are defining a dictionary here, and I just writing I just put the curly bracket here, and we are defining here first key. So here say suppose key 1. So key 1 have some value, that is a value is a value 1. And like this, if I define another key here, another key is say key 2, and for key 2 we have the value 2, and if I print it my dict here, then now my dict is key 1 have a value 1, key 2 have a value 2. So that's the way we can define the dictionary in a very simple manner. These are the two ways we can define the dictionary. Now moving further, the key is always unique in a dictionary. You can't set two keys which are of the same name. Keys should not be repeated in a dictionary, but values can be repeated. Even the values, if it is a data type of value or like kind of a list, they can be mutable also, but keys are immutable. So I wrote here note, that is a value in a dictionary can be of any data type and can be a duplicate, but keys can't be repeated and must be immutable. Here immutable means once you define the key, you again can't change the key of a dictionary, but you can be change the value of a dictionary if you define regarding it with some key. So another dictionary what I have the country dict, in which I have the India, and in India I have some states name, like MH is defining it for Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and again for the Maharashtra. So here with this example I want to show like the value can take the duplicate value. Maharashtra comes here also, Maharashtra comes here also. Say for the Pakistan we have the Sindh, and for US we have California and the New York. So if you see the value of India is the key here, that is we are denoted with the IN. We have the duplicate values. So if you print this country dict, if you write here country dict, you can see here India have this, and Pakistan and US. So this have the three keys, and the values data type is a list here. Okay, so how to access, this is our next topic, how to access the values from the dictionary regarding a key, because here the value is defined with respect to the key. If you want a value, you have to be defined first key, what key value you want. Like you want to see what are the states in India, so you have to be defined contradict India, that will return you the values of that India key which you define already in your dictionary. But I will show you one thing before that. Here we define the Maharashtra in two times, so it is a duplicate in the value regarding the Indian key. Now how to remove this? So if I access here only the values of Indian key, let's see how to access contradict, and suppose I give here IN, I can see here the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is a two times come, and what it written me in a list, and I know how to remove an element from the list, that we already have discussed in the last videos. So we have a method pop. So here I no need to give the index value because I know the duplicate values at the end of my list. So if I just write here pop, it will remove the last Maharashtra from my contradict. So let's run this one. So it remove the Maharashtra, and if again I print the contradict India, let's see what it will return. So it return Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh. So if you see this Maharashtra now gone. So that's this is the pop method, and we use here pop method because when we fetch the values of a particular key, it have a data type list, and we know in the list we can use the pop, and it can, if we not give any index to the pop, it will remove the last element of a list. Now moving forward, if you want to access any other element, like if you want to access like country, contradict US, you can easily access that is a central, that is a California and the New York. So we can access the keys and value with the help of for loop also, because I have country, contradict, this is my dictionary. If I want to see the keys and value, I have to be give dot items. If you give the dot items, it will return me the full dictionary, that is India is a key, and these are the values regarding India. So with the help of dot items, we can see both key and value. So if you write the code here for key comma value in contradictor dot items, and if you write here if key equal to India, then print the value, print value. So you see the values are here. If you not want to give any key, particular key, or if you want to see all the values, you can see here. You just pass here key. So if you pass here key, you can see all that things. So if I want to fetch only the keys, so what are the method without using the for loop? So say here I show you how you can access both key and values simultaneously. So for the keys only, you have to be give in place of item as only keys. So if you give here keys, it will return the India, Pakistan, US, that are the keys of my dictionary. But if you want only fetch the values, so in place of keys, if you give only values, it will return you all the values here. These are the values regarding your key in a dictionary. Now moving forward, if I want to add an element in a dictionary regarding some key, so then how we can add? So let's see here. If you write here country dict, and this become the India, as you already seen here, it written as the list, and we learn in the list how we add the element in a list. If we want to add the element at the end, we use the append method. We learned three methods, so that three method we can use here, because anyhow at the end it returning us to the list. So if I use here append and new state name, that is Uttarakhand, if I return here, and now if I see what it returned to me, let's see here. So it's written the Uttarakhand at the end. So that's the way you can add the element. But if you want to add the particular, if you want to add the new country in a contradict, then how you will add? So in place of India, if you write here, suppose Australia, Australia, and you want to give also the element Australia, so you can just simple define the key and define the value. And if you print here now country dict, so you can see the new key comes, which is the Australia. So that's a way you can add the key and the value both simultaneously in the dictionary. Now suppose if I have the two list and I want to convert from these two lists into a new dictionary, then how I can do this? Anyhow, I have the here the 4 element in the list 1 and the 4 element in the list 2. So what I can do, I can use here the for loop. Let's see how we can see here. So I define the mapping. Mapping is an empty dictionary. This is the way also to define a dictionary, and I can write here for key comma value in zip. Zip is a function we already have discussed in the last video. Zip list 1 comma list 2, yes, and we write here mapping the key is equal to value, and at the end if you print here mapping, what you can see India take the 8 as a value, Pakistan is a 2 is a value, US is a 3 is a value. So this is a way that with the help of a zip function we can convert two lists into a dictionary. Why we need this kind of a things in the when we have a raw data and we are converting into the structure format, like in the data frame, there we need to perform like this operations. And suppose if you have in one list if you have the 4 element and one list you have the 3 element, so zip function actually decide the number of elements according to the list which having a less element. So let's see what we get in this. So the Australia now not take any value because in the list 2 we have only 3 values. So according to the list 2, this mapping dictionary is we are getting this mapping dictionary. When we start learning about the Python, we learn the most useful thing is the if else and if elif block. But suppose you are dealing with a dictionary, you no need to use this if else because we have a method that is called the dot get method. So what is dot get method? Its syntax is like you have some dictionary, you implement dot get, you write here key, what the key value you want, what the value you want regarding the key. And suppose that the key have no value, then you can here define your default value. So let's implement this in our dictionary. So country dict, if I write here and dot get, I want to get the India value. If India have no value, then I not want to get anything, so I'm writing here none, and I'm just storing this one in the value. So let's see what we get. So we write here print value, sorry, here get should come. Okay, so we get this because we have this India as a key and it have some value, so it not written with none, it written with that value. But if we take the new case here and we define the key which is not actually exist in our dictionary, suppose South Africa have I think ZA, so ZA, what it will return, it should return with a none. That's what it is returning. So in the place of if else, we can use this dot get method to fetch the values regarding the particular key. If that key have no value, then it will return us none. So that's what the basic of a dictionary. Dictionary is not ending here, it having a lot of application, and we learn these applications when we deal with the pandas. That is I think chapter number 5, and that's all about this dictionary. In the next video we discuss about the set, and then we discuss about some functions in the Python. Then we are going to move to the next chapter. And I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to watch this video. Thanks and take care. Bye bye. We meet you soon in the next video. Thank you.